EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Banff Springs Golf Course, we present live final round coverage of the Alberta Open. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. Our leader is indeed our featured golfer. It has been a textbook performance to this point. That will be in the fairway, so a solid start here on this Sunday. 70 yards, all that's left here for his second. Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. Iona Stephen is at the first green. This for birdie.
Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of break in this overall. Distance very important. It might be one of those putts. Hit it firm, you take the break out altogether.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. Safely in. It's a par here at first, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Frank, how about the par 3 second hole?
The first of 5 par 3s the players will play today, Rich. This one's surrounded by bunkers, but certainly one of the shorter par 3s. So with a good tee shot here, you can imagine you can easily get a putt inside 10 to 15 feet for birdie.
This one has a chance to be close. That is a good, sensible shot right there. Gives him a good look at birdie. Now a 7-footer. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. And that's going to move him to, you ready for this? 32 under. Frank, plenty of scoring opportunities in the early portion of this golf course. We're now at a par 5, the third hole, and it's only 528 yards.
You can see why we're going to see a lot of people perhaps being 3 under through the first 3 holes, Rich. This par 5 bending to the right, very reachable. And just keep that tee shot nice and high off the tee. Let it carry as far as possible.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Now from a little less than 200 yards, this a second to the par 5. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. A very good spot to putt from here. This for an eagle. That's a bit offline, and it'll leave a good 4 feet coming back. A dead-on look here for birdie. Nicely done, and things looking good early. That's birdies at 2 and 3. And he's going to move to 33 under par. Frank, when you play Banff, you get some of these wow moments where you stand on the tee and you say, ooh, look at this.
This is one, yeah, this is one of them, Rich. Yeah, the elevation change from tee to green is quite dramatic. Consequently, you're going to have to club down a little, at least 2 clubs shorter than what that yardage says on the card.
Now, from the apron, a second to the par 3. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he'll be unable to take that score any further under par. He'll stay right where he is. Back on the tee here at Banff Springs, 5th hole, 424-yard par 4. What's the setup here, Frank?
Well, it's very tempting to try and hit a draw because that's the way in which the hole is shaped. But the main goal is to make sure that you can take that second bunker, the one on the left side, out of play with that tee shot.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Pin in the back left today as he'll stare down this second to the par 4. Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par. This from 7 feet. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th. He's going to maintain that substantial lead. Frank, the 6th here at Banff Springs, a good little hole, isn't it?
It is very tempting, very easy to sort of just stand up there and wail away with the driver and get caught. It's a generous fairway. You could hit any club down there and you're not going to have a problem with the second shot. So it's just trying to find a yardage that you're comfortable with.
Solid, good drive in the fairway. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range. I was asking for it to go, and it listened. That is a really good shot. 5 feet now for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. And that's going to get him to minus 34.
Well, Frank, how about this hole? 602 yards, a par 5, although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. 602 yards these days for a long hitter.
What do you say? It's a drive and a 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods, the longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. But bunker down the left, avoid that, carry that, and then we can think about the second shot.
This one starting a little left off the tee.
This round's been a clinic so far, and that's another great drive and another good opportunity to make another birdie.
Always like to watch the second shots, Frank, in high-level golf like this to a par 5, and here we are at the 7th.
You get rewarded with distance off the tee for a start. This is a huge green from front to back, rather narrow from side to side, but you're right. A nice towering second shot is certainly going to be well received into this green.
But that one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well, you could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
So after 2 good shots to get here, this a long look for a possible eagle. Yeah, a little short, but that's pretty good effort there. Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. And he's going to move to minus 35 for the tournament.
Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water, Frank. Only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. Maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
That's a fun tee shot to hit right there. You know the wind is at your back. You tee it high and just let it go. Get it up there in the jet stream, and that's just what he did. He's going to love that. Oh, how about the run here? That a third consecutive birdie. And he is just unstoppable right now.
Just love the variety here on the front side, Frank, coming off that short par 3/8. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5. Interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s, and 3 par 4s. This one, not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one, you have to be a little bit careful, though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s.
Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5. This one looks right on point. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there, and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. You bet, nothing more than a tap in. It's an eagle 3, all set up by the incredible second shot into this par 5.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. And we are back on this beautiful day here at Banff Springs in the Canadian Rockies. Set to kick off all the action on the back 9. The 10th begin with a par 3, Frank, 218 yards.
And I have no idea why this is called Little Bow, because over 200 yards, you really have to bow up with this tee shot here. That's for sure. Bending there, you need something that comes out of the gate very, very straight and with a decent height on it as well. If you want to land on that left side of the green and make it stop.
Okay, that's going to end up right in the middle of the green. Chance now for another birdie. safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand.
So off the long par 3 10th, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally, down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down.
Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. And we know he can move it. That ball was absolutely bombed. Now comes the touch shot, 83, 84 yards. See if he can play that 2-check skipper and get it to stop.
Well, that ball landed really too close to the flag. These are firm greens. You've got to land that shorter.
Pretty big left to righter here for birdie.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is.
Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
This one turning left a bit off the tee.
So, he's actually human. A fairway miss. That one goes into the rough. I wonder what's going to happen next. It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good and even money, really, to make birdie.
Okay, that'll help the cause. It's a birdie here at number 12. And stop the presses if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year.
Well, this is a good hole right here. Par 3, 225 yard, 13th. Frank, what do you think?
Well, it's called sulfur. I can't remember what element that is on a periodic table, but hardest thing here is not to figure that out, but figure out what club you're going to use. Just a fraction downhill, just over 200 yards. It does narrow up when they start to stick the flag in the back, but there's a nice fat target there, sort of those first 2/3 of the green. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
This will test the skill set here. It's his second. Boy, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll remain well under par.
Frank, this par 4 14th hole at about 440 yards will test you all the way up to that green, won't it?
It certainly will. It just looks like you should bash it over those bunkers down the left side, but the green pitches from left to right. So the best access is actually down the right side, coming in from that sort of right line. So don't be fooled here.
Really starting to make a hard game look easy. Drive after drive has been superb. And this one, well, as we like to say, is in the mayor's office.
Couldn't ask for anything better. Split the fairway, and now I'll have a go at this second shot.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, well, that's very poor from that range.
Now this for another birdie.
And this one probably needs an extra nudge just to get it up that slope, but overall, it's not a difficult one.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And after a top 5 finish last week, he's looking to go all the way and claim victory here.
Well, now the par 4s begin to stretch out a little bit. The 15th here, Frank, is 475 yards.
Certainly want to put your big shoes on here. Nice big slinging draw off the tee might help. Go a little further. Does go downhill considerably, so you get a little bit more run out of the tee shot if you did that.
Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in the rough now, wondering what might have been.
This from about 10 feet.
Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament.
Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4 is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again.
Ooh, some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch. Just under 80 yards to go now as he'll decide how to flight his second.
Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Okay, that in for a bogey at 16. But fortunately, this one still well in hand.
Now to the 17th, 374 yards, and Frank, players might be licking their chops here.
They certainly would, Reg. Bunkers left and right, but they can be carried with an aggressive tee shot. And it'll set up just a short iron into a green that pitches towards you. So maybe just a little bit underneath the flag with a second shot. And really a chance to have a fast finish.
And that one gonna wind up in the bunker. Now this, an awkward distance for a bunker shot. All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. We turn to Notabege III for this look at birdie.
And he seemingly had no problem with his reads all round long, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And this is no longer a contest, folks. This one is all over but the shout.
Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of Two things, the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway.
This one starting up that left side. Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it. What a good shot that is. Home and two on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. There may be a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Oh yeah, second eagle of the day. This one coming here at 18. Just a marvelous performance, Frank. Look, I know you love EA Sports. You play all the games. You might win Madden football by double digits, right? It is football. But in golf, double-digit victories, that's rare. That doesn't happen a whole lot.
You're right. It looked like we were playing Madden away. It was like, instead of touchdown after touchdown, it was, knock it to a foot, knock it to another foot, another birdie, another eagle. Just incredible. They just boat raced the field.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notable Gay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long, everyone.